I stood in a hall carved from living crystal. The walls pulsed faintly, like veins beneath translucent skin, reacting to my breath, my heartbeat. Tall figures surrounded me, alien, elegant, terrifying. Their bodies were elongated, wrapped in layered armor that looked grown rather than forged. Their eyes shimmered with bioluminescent rings, each pulse carrying meaning I couldn't yet translate. And then she arrived. The AlienQueen did not need an announcement. The air itself bent toward her presence. She was taller than the rest, her crown a lattice of radiant arcs floating just above her head. Her skin was a deep, shifting indigo, threaded with gold lines that glowed brighter as she approached me. "Human," she said, not aloud, but directly inside my thoughts. Her voice carried the weight of centuries. "You will not return to Earth." The words struck harder than any weapon. I demanded answers. I reminded her of treaties humanity hadn't even signed yet, of the basic sentient right to return home. My fear spilled out as anger, but she remained unmoved. "Earth is no longer only yours," she replied. With a gesture, the guards withdrew. I was left alone with her in the vast hall, standing before a ruler who had just rewritten my future. Middle, the truth beneath the stars. Days passed, perhaps weeks. Time behaved strangely on Aurelian Prime, her world. I was given quarters, nourishment synthesized from Earth-compatible compounds, and unrestricted access to their archives. It was not imprisonment in the way I understood it. It was preparation. The Queen, Astri, visited often. She questioned me about Earth, our history of wars, our achievements, our myths of gods descending from the heavens. I answered honestly, though suspicion never left me. In return, she showed me fragments of her people's past. Long before humans split the atom, the Aurelians had mastered stellar engineering. They seeded life across galaxies, not as conquerors, but as custodians. Earth, I learned, was one of their distant experiments, a world nudged gently toward complexity, then left alone to grow freely. Until we reached too far. "You discovered dark resonance," Astri said, projecting an image of Earth's recent experiments, human scientists manipulating a frequency buried beneath space-time itself. A force capable of unraveling entire star systems. I felt cold. That research had been classified even among my peers. "You were meant to observe, not interfere," she continued. "But your species does not stop once it begins." I argued that humanity deserved a chance to learn responsibly. She countered with visions of futures where Earth ignited that resonance, collapsing not only itself, but nearby inhabited systems, including hers. That was when I realized the truth. She wasn't stopping me out of cruelty. She was stopping me out of fear. Middle, the choice no one saw coming. As trust grew between us, Astri revealed something deeper, something she had hidden even from her council. The resonance Earth had uncovered was not just destructive. It was sentient, an ancient intelligence, older than galaxies, bound beneath layers of reality. The Aurelians had fought it once, sacrificing entire civilizations to seal it away. Earth, unknowingly, was drilling straight toward its prison. "If it wakes," Astri said, her glow dimming, "it will not destroy you immediately. It will use you." That was why I had been brought here. Not as a hostage, but as a bridge. "You understand humans," she said. "And now you understand us." Her plan was unthinkable. Sever Earth's access to interstellar travel entirely. Isolate the planet until humanity matured beyond its hunger for power. It would save trillions of lives, but doom my people to centuries of solitude and stagnation. I resisted. I pleaded. I raged. But deep down, I knew she was right. Then she offered me a final truth. Someone must remain, she said softly. Someone who remembers Earth and ensures the seal never weakens. That someone was me. Ending. Why I never returned. The day I was meant to leave, the Odyssey's wake waited in orbit, fully repaired, coordinates locked for Earth. The Queen stood beside me on the launch platform, her crown dim, her expression unreadable.
You may go, she said.
The choice is yours. I looked up at the stars, toward a pale blue I would never see again if I stayed. I thought of my family, my planet, the noise and chaos of humanity. And I thought of what would happen if I returned. I understood then why Astri had stopped me before. Not because she ruled with force, but because she ruled with foresight. I'll stay, I said. The relief that washed through her was quiet, profound. With a single command, Earth's resonance research was erased from existence, their experiments collapsing into harmless static. Humanity would never know how close it came to awakening a god. Years passed, then decades. I became something new, not human, not Aurelian, but a guardian between worlds. I helped Astri guide younger civilizations away from the same mistakes we almost made. Together, we watched humanity from afar, grow slower, but wiser. Sometimes I dream of Earth, but I no longer ache to return, because now I finally understand why she stopped me, and why someone had to stay behind, so the universe could survive. The launch bay lights dimmed as the engines of my ship hummed, ready to carry me back to Earth. The coordinates were locked. Home was only a command away. The AlienQueen stood beside me, silent now, no guards, no crown of light, just a ruler burdened by centuries of impossible choices. For the first time, I felt the weight she carried. She hadn't stopped me because she hated humanity. She stopped me because she had already lost worlds that believed power mattered more than wisdom. If I returned to Earth, I would bring answers. And answers would bring ambition. Humanity would dig again.
Deeper. Faster.
And this time, the ancient intelligence sleeping beneath reality would awaken, using my species as its doorway into the universe. That was the moment I finally understood why she never forced me to stay. She needed me to choose. I powered down the engines. I won't go back, I said quietly. Not yet. Not until they're ready. The Queen closed her eyes, and the air shimmered as the seal around Earth's discovery collapsed into nothing, its existence erased from every record, every mind. Humanity was safe. Not because it was strong, but because it had been spared its own curiosity. Years passed, then decades. I became the witness humanity never knew it had, the one who watched from the stars as Earth struggled, stumbled, and slowly learned restraint. One day, far in the future, I knew they would reach the stars again. And when they did, I would be there. Not as a prisoner, not as an exile, but as the guardian who stayed behind, so Earth could live long enough to deserve the truth.